Alan Smith, welcome to FATV. You've been out here for how long now?
Week.
A week. What do you make of it so far?
Great, sunny, that's good. Start off. Yeah, I mean, this is my third World Cup, Tim, so all this kind of thing is pretty similar. But the game itself, so nervous beforehand and nervous during as well. Everybody's just so upset for Rob Green, I think, first of all. I certainly am. But it just puts a bit of tension into proceedings now. 3 points would have been great, but you know, can't wait for Friday and hopefully remedy things.
You're writing for the Telegraph over here. Have you had to write about that match at all?
Yeah. I actually, in today's paper, I did a kind of a mock scouting report in the eyes of, say, Algeria's coach or Slovenia's as to what they would think of all the players and different aspects of the camp. So just trying to use my background as a footballer.
And what did you make of it? I mean, what was the scouting report?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit about the central defence, where you know there is a lack of pace, I suppose, if Jamie Carragher plays with John Terry, and how other teams might exploit that. Options going forward, who he might pick. You know, will he stick with Emil Heskey and Rooney, and no Joe Cole so far? Will that change? Bits and bobs like that.
And what do you make of the match? Because obviously, up until the goal went in, we weren't looking fantastic, were we? But we were steady, we were solid.
Yeah, I mean, I thought during the course of the match we played some decent stuff and we certainly got into some good positions inside the box. Just couldn't pick out that final pass and the finish. We had a chance at 1-0 to make it 2-0, and that's always so important at the international level. When you are on top, you need to make it count, and we couldn't quite do it. And to be fair, the Americans did look quite dangerous when they went forward, 1 or 2 set pieces, so it was always a danger, you know, being 1-0 up.
And as from being a footballer, from a footballer's perspective, when a goal does happen like that, a freak goal, how does it react to the rest of the team? You're then chasing the game again, aren't you?
Yeah, it sets you back. I mean, such a mistake as that. You know, you're looking back at your keeper, you're feeling for him, you're trying to encourage him as the boys did at half-time. Try and forget it and move on. You've just got to try and put it out of your mind. That's the main thing. Rob has, and so have all the other players. They managed to do that in the main, just unfortunately couldn't get the goal.
And what do you make of the whole setup, the team and everything which is going on around this World Cup?
I mean, from England's point of view, everything is here for them, isn't it? You know, they're living on the camp. I suppose they could go a little bit stir crazy if they didn't get out, but it looks like they are getting out doing different things. But
well, you played in a tournament, didn't you?
Yeah.
The Euro, Sweden.
Yeah.
What was it like? Do you go stir crazy after a while?
I think some players do. Some players need to be doing stuff all the time. You know, Gaza was a perfect example. He couldn't sit still for a second. I was all right. I could sit in my room, watch the telly, read a book, you know, go down for dinner and all that. I could pass a day, no problem. It's just different characters, but they've got plenty of distractions here. You know, England lay on a lot of stuff for them, so there shouldn't be a problem with that. But you've got to be a good tourist. If you're going to have a good tournament, you've got to kind of settle into this way of life, really.
How far do you think this team can go?
We could go all the way if we get things together and we get a bit of luck. It sounds silly at the moment, but when you look at the players that we have got players that other countries fear. All those lads have got to play to the top of the game, but we shouldn't be getting despondent just yet.
Are you able to take in other matches whilst you're here, or are you just doing England
I'm
matches?
watching them, yeah. You end up being in that England bubble and doing England stuff, previews, and then the matches, which is a shame because you like to get out, but people back home don't so much want to read about Slovenia, Algeria. They want to read about England. And that's what you end up writing about.
All right. Now, just quickly, because it's quite amusing to me, because here at the media centre, we've just had the Jamie Carragher press conference. All the journalists get shipped in on all these coaches. So
yeah.
Where are you actually based?
I'm in Sun City. The official kind of press trip is in Sun City as well. Not the same accommodation as us. We're down the hill a little bit. It's great. A lot of the Australian fans and a few of the wags are there, and it's a lovely feeling.
It's funny hearing you say wag. All the journalists, they get up when they're on the coach. Are they all talking? Are they all making it up together? What are we going to say? Is that what happens? Or
there's an element of that. Say when they spoke to Jamie Carragher, they would maybe talk about the top line and all the rest of it, but they all have their own take on it. So they all approach it in different ways. Of course, the tabloids approach it in a different way from the Telegraph would.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Thanks a lot, Alan, and hope you enjoy the tournament.
Thank you.
Cheers.